and welcome back to my channel. Just in case you don't know who I am, I'm Katie, but you can also call me Dinky, hence why the username World of Dinky. So welcome everybody. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about mainstream schools and special needs schools and colleges, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I experienced, and if anything that I say learning from my own experience, maybe it'll help you with you and your child or your son or daughter who maybe go to college, then that would be great. If you'd like to hear more, then please stay to the end, and I hope you enjoy hearing me talk anyway. Now I'm in my mid-30s, I have been doing a lot of self-reflecting and on myself, my past experiences with school and the colleges that I went to, and kind of how it shaped me to be who I am today. From the age of starting nursery, which is around 3 years old, or in some cases for some children with severe disabilities who start at special needs school, may start at 2 years old. But I started nursery at 3 years old, which was just a local little nursery. And it was a nice little nursery. I don't really remember that much because obviously it was a long time ago. But it was good from what I remember. I knew the place really well. And then from there I went to a local mainstream infant school. And I also had a lady called Alison who looked after me. And she helped me from the nursery up until in the infant school. And I was asking my mum today, like, because I was under the statement for schools that I was able to get the help and things that I needed. And I asked her, how did that happen? How did it become? And she can't really, obviously because it was so long ago, it's a bit of haze. But from what I gather, it just all happened automatically because I was quite a poorly child, like when I was born. So I had like health visitors and different people, you know, overseeing me and seeing what I needed doing. So I had like physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and language therapy. For me, I was very fortunate that I did have that from the word go, and that meant that they automatically put me on as a school statement, I think. And then from year 2, which is the last year of infant school here in the UK, I went to primary school. And here they had like a full team of, you know, special needs department, and the school was obviously bigger because it went from infant to junior school. And I had a lady called Kim. And I think I had her through most of the time at primary. And I absolutely loved my time at primary school. Like, I had help in how it works in primary school and infant school is you're in the same class every day, all day, every day. So as you progress through the years, you move to the next class. And, you know, the school like had ramps, they had a special needs room where it was called a quiet room, where I did my physio every week. I think I did it on a Monday morning. And then I had hydrotherapy at the local hospital. That just all happened automatically. And there was, from when I first started at primary up until I think year 2 or 3, year 4 or 5, a set of twins started, and one of them had disabilities. So there was 3 of us with disabilities in my class, and I think one, I'll name them 1 and 2, right? 1 had been there through the whole time that I was at primary school, and I think he had a one-to-one because of his special needs that he needed. Although he could talk, he couldn't talk very well, and he couldn't really write very well. He was a full-time wheelchair user. And then up until number 2 came, I kind of had one sort of to myself. And I thrived, I really thrived because I knew she was there. I felt course, because I was in one classroom with the same kids all day, every day. And we really, like for me, I really felt like we were a family. We were like quite tight-knit. Yeah, me and kids are always, you know, you click with who you click with. You know, I had a best friend, well, up until she left, I had 2 best friends, and one moved away. And recently, I gained contact with her through social media quite a few years ago now. So we've, you know, that's been nice. But then number 2 has been my best friend all the way through until probably year 8, year 9 at senior school. And she actually said to me the other day that she always saw me for me. You know, she didn't really see, like she knew I was disabled, but she didn't really, it didn't really matter to her because she just saw me. And with her I felt confident, I felt comfortable. Yeah, and I just loved life. Even though I did have to spend a lot of it in and out of hospital at times. But yeah, I thought the world of number 2. Now this is going to get really confusing, isn't it? Because I've said 1 and 2 for the boys, and then 1 and 2 for the girls. So we'll say 3 and 4. So 3 is the one that moved away, 4 is the one that continued to be my best friend till year 8, year 9. And that kind of brings me onto the subject of integration with mainstream. So you have your able-bodied kids, and then you have your kids with special needs. And I don't know how it works in every school, but I was very lucky and fortunate that my school, because they focused on every Friday when I was there, they had a soft play session in the afternoon where they get all like soft play equipment out, and all the disabled kids could just go crazy, climb, and not have to worry about hurting themselves, because we couldn't really do the physical activities. So this was like our PE time. And all the kids that had disabilities joined in. And then they get the kids from year 6 to help out, which I thought was really good. You're getting the kids to integrate, socialise, and to see that they are just like you and me. And we all have our own abilities and disabilities. And yes, that was really good. I know that not every school is as fortunate as the one I went to. And I do think in mainstream we do really need to focus hard on integrating all students. And I know it's hard when it's a big school, because a lot of them are now academies and they've joined like 2 or 3 schools together, which means a lot of kids. And it's quite hard to get everyone to know each other. And because it was all like Key Stage 1 and 2, Key Stage 1 and 2, the work wasn't hard. We spent a lot of time making our own projects. And it was just a lot more interactive and practical. So you make things, you do all things. It's about creativity, and I thrived on that. And I absolutely loved it. And I learned, that was one of the best ways to learn for me. Like there was times where we had to sit and do sums, but the work, algebra and, you know, GCSE level. So the work it was hard, but they always saw that I did the best that I could, and I wasn't that far behind everybody else. Obviously I was a little bit, because I did miss a lot of school with health reasons. So yeah, I was a little bit behind, but not majorly, not noticeably. And they didn't really make a big fuss about it. Every year at primary school, the children with special needs and then a few of the able-bodied kids would all go on an outdoor pursuits week. Usually at a place called Benjamin Lodge, which is in Kendal. You know, you do abseiling, canoeing, horse riding, archery, caving. He had this big earth ball, this massive, it's quite scary being on top actually. And they'd be like, someone else holding your arm, someone there, and really scary, but it was fun to be, you know, good teamwork. I think he did a bit on my teaming as well. They had this zip wire which went really fast. They had this slide. I really don't like slides. And this slide, actually the last time I when they were primary school, I didn't go on it because I was just too scared. Because it's a tunnel, but it kind of swirls, like goes right down, and halfway through it's pitch black. And I used to end up a bit bruised because I had to feel all the bumps in the, like the joinery of the slide. And I used to always get scared that I'd get stuck in the dark bit. So I refused to go in in the last time that we went. But it was fun. Good for the able-bodied kids to get to know the disabled kids and vice versa. And actually, my last year, we got invited to join Sir Harry Seacombe. Now, you younger viewers of the audience, or Americans, or whoever is watching this from another country may not know who Harry Seacombe is. He's passed away a few years ago, and he presented a program called Songs of Praise. Now, my school wasn't a religious school. I'm not a religious person. But we were invited, and it was a children in need special. I think it was 95. Might be 1995. I got to talk to Pudsey on the phone. So yeah, I had a speaking part on TV. That was really, really good. I try and get a picture and put it up on the screen somewhere so you can see little me with all the kids. That was fun. We spent like 2 or 3 days there. The help that I got, and the thing in class had a little chair and a little wooden block. I was able to go to the quiet room. I did my physio every week. What else did I do? Like if I had cramps in my legs, because at the time I wore a spinal brace and full leg calipers. I used to get a lot of cramps in my legs, so I used to take them off me. And there was always somebody around, and like I say, it felt like a family. I was just so happy. I had the best friends who I thought the world of, and she made me feel confident, and I think it helped other people see me for me because of her. So if she gets to see this, thank you. I hope you know that's you that I'm talking about. And then in my last year, I think it was last term, when everybody was starting to find out which senior school they were going to, and I didn't know where I was going. I was hoping to go to one particular school where my family had gone to, and they were making alterations and making things so that I didn't have to go upstairs. So yeah, I didn't know which school I was going to, and then September come, and I was part-time at this other senior school that they were wanting to send me to. So I was pretty much part-time. I missed quite a bit of schoolwork. I didn't do languages like French, or I can't remember what else, but I remember I didn't do French. My sister actually taught me the very basics at home because she was doing her GCSEs at the time. And then we went to tribunal with the local educational authority, and we went to this big hotel in the Lake District and spent the day there. I didn't even get called into the room, which to this day I'm quite mad about, because I was quite a competent child, within my mind. I was very self-aware, very aware of my surroundings. I understood things, and to not be able to get invited in when I was really sat outside waiting, I should have had a chance to have my say, because I think it's very important to listen to your child, especially if they can understand. I think it's a different ballgame if they don't have that capability of knowledge and awareness. So anyway, they pretty much made a decision that I was going to this particular senior school, and I eventually started full time. I do remember my first day, like full day. I remember which classroom it was in, because it was the same classroom that I did my GCSE English in my last year. So it's kind of like full circle, really. It was because in year 7 and year 8, you do all your lessons with your form class. You kind of get to know them in your form. and I made friends in there. And actually number 2, the boy, the number 2 boy, he was put in the same form. My number 2 best friend was put in another form, and so I didn't have any lessons with her, which I was very, very sad about. I felt lost, and I didn't really know my place, because by the time I did start full time, everyone did make friends in their own little groups. I mean, I made friends easily. I always do, and I always have done. And I did make lots of friends. But I kind of lost the close friends that I had at primary school, which I think didn't help my confidence. But it was good that I was in with the same class in my lessons. And then year 9, we were put into sets. I started doing okay. Like, I didn't really feel comfortable. I felt comfortable. I loved the lady that was looking after me and number 2 boy. You know, when it's just the 3 of us, we had a blast. Fun memories. We were laughing. It didn't feel like we had a disability when we were with her. And she's very caring. Like, I love the fact that I'm still have her in my life. And yeah, she's just such a lovely, lovely lady. I'm so thankful for everything that she did for me. You know, the 3 of us did physio in the room together. We spent so much time together. But in lessons, I did have to share her with number 2. And when it was GCSE time, and you know, we'd already done our choices in year 9 for GCSEs. And I remember, I can't remember who it was, somebody told me when they started that if I want help in my lessons, I'm going to have to pick what number 2 picks. And as a 13, 14-year-old girl, I felt quite upset by that, and it kind of lost my confidence a bit. I felt like, do I not matter? Do my needs not matter? Why? Nothing against number 2, but I felt like, why does his needs overcome my needs? Why can't it be split between? I mean, obviously, the lady can't be. You know, there's only one of her, and there's only so many staff to go around. This is the thing with mainstream, it's funding. Mainstream needs so much more funding, so that every student can have their own SOWA, as what this lady, her job title was called, I think. I'm sure she'll correct me if she sees this, which I think she will. I can't remember how you spell that. I'm glad that I had her, not any of the others, although they were all lovely, and I got on with them all. But I think because I had her from my first time, you know, from the beginning kind of thing, I kind of built up a rapport with her, a relationship with her. And so it was a struggle at GCSE time. I didn't have help in normal lessons. Maths, English, child development. I really struggled. I actually went to the head of maths department at the time, and I asked where my help was, and they said that we think you're doing okay, and I said, well, I'm doing okay because of the lady that's in the lesson, and I've got nobody. It's not just the academic side, it's the physical side. I can't keep up with my work. I need her to be there to help explain it to me, because what they're saying on the board doesn't go through my brain. And I remember walking away feeling quite let down and defeated, and why should I care? And it did knock my confidence. It did make me feel like I didn't matter. And every year in mainstream and in special needs, when you have a statement, you have a review every year. Yeah. Every year you have a meeting. There'd be, like, for example, there'd be me, my parents, my summer lady, head of year at school, so I think social worker, careers advisor, somebody from the education authority, I think, and I can't remember if anybody else was there. And I was thinking about this last night. I was actually quite intimidated because it was just me, little me, and all these adults. And I did get a say. I spoke up every year, but I didn't have the confidence to really express how I felt like I was struggling, because I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to make anyone feel bad, because that's never my intention. So I'm also the kind of person that I get my head on and face it, get on with it the best that I can. You know, it's not going to be like this forever. Just motor my way through it the best that I can, and that's how I did it. And I wish I did speak up more, because I know that if I explain myself the best that I could, need at least try to understand that actually it's not about them. It's about me, my needs, not really being fully met in my lessons. Outside of lesson, I got so much help from this sour lady. I'd say we had physio every week. I was able to go to the special needs room whenever I needed to, and I was able to borrow things, equipment, things like that. They had the accessible bathrooms. Every year we got took, like at primary, we got took on outdoor pursuits week, where again, it was all the disabled kids and a few able-bodied kids. Again, this was fun. But it was at Calvert Trust. So bye-bye, Benedict Lodge, and hello, Calvert. Totally different places. And actually, at the time, I preferred the Calvert Trust places. The places were just a bit more modern. I got to go horse riding. We got to go to the cinema, I think once or twice. Can't remember what it was we went to see. Got invited to the local disability place. It was a really good department at the school. A really good team. All the ladies were lovely. If I was feeling a bit tired or a bit under weather, I could just go and sit in there. They had little rooms with beds, so I was able to go and have a little lie down. In between my lessons, I got a bit extra time to get to my lesson, because obviously they knew that I was only little, and when you've got a crowd of bustling kids running down the corridor, it was safer for me to wait or to go before the bell. There was lifts and everything. Yeah, so it wasn't all bad. It's just GCSE time that I really struggled. I mean, I can't fault other students. I know that they loved it. There was there was 3 people such a year below me, and one of them who used a communication aid because she couldn't verbally speak actually did a GCSE. And I think she did really well. Good on her, she's got the brains, and I know she spent a lot of time in this special needs department. I knew her from primary school, and the other girl I knew from primary school. The boy, he came from another school. And also at mainstream school, we got provided transport, which would pick us up in a little minibus, which had a lift or a ramp. Every day we got picked up, dropped off at school. So everything like that was fantastic. I was able to do my wheelchair efficiency. I don't know if they still do it anymore, but it was a little bad, but it was good. And then from there, I decided I was going to go to college, and I got given this booklet by the head of special needs, I think it was, who gave me it. And there was all these colleges. Can't remember the name of the book, but it's always colleges, like there's Bowman College. Trying to think of the names, all over the country. And I saw there was one in Lancaster, which is like an hour away from where I live. And I spent so much time, days out in Lancaster and Morecambe. It's already down the road, isn't it? I actually went there 6 times because I wanted to get a good feel, and at the time they didn't offer sleepover. They did once I started, which I was really annoyed with because I would have liked to have seen the full picture. But yeah, I was the first student from my school to go there. It was a special needs college. It was actually run by Scope, with it being Scope Room College. They had all the equipment, they had nurses on site, physiotherapists, they had speech and language therapists, but they didn't want to see me. They didn't think I was worthy. No, they didn't think I needed it at that point. Because certain things I do struggle with there. I lived there, had a key worker, and I got taught how to be independent and do things in a way that is easy for me and other students. Now, whatever you needed was there. Equipment that I never knew existed, and they were really thorough. they did your weights every month, which I kind of have a bit of an issue with now. But for the majority of students, it's needed because they can't vocalise if something's wrong or something like that, you know, if it's the weight. I became one of the more able-bodied students, which I kind of is a good thing and a bad thing, because I did have more freedom, but I didn't have that same emotional support, and I kind of got left a bit back burner. Not all the way through. I mean, I was very well looked after. I mean, staff were there 24/7, but I did feel a bit like all the other, like I lived in an area of 7 or 8 girls, and all the staff obviously female. I was one of the more able students, and I know other students have felt the same because we've had previous conversations. We felt a bit like we were a bit pushed out. Our needs didn't really matter because we were seen as more able-bodied, but I felt like my needs were catered in a way that I need a lot of rest. I get really tired easy. I do struggle with injuries and pain. Don't get me wrong, they took me to A&E whenever I needed to, at all hours of the night, 11 at night, get back at 1. I just slipped and fell. Yeah, they were really good that way. Like I said, I was really good, well looked after, but I didn't really have the emotional support. And then in my last year, I moved areas. For me personally, it was the best thing that I did because I was able to be more independent because the staff, because all the other students, apart from a few, in bed by 9:30, 10, and then there's all these staff. One was usually upstairs writing the daily logs, and the rest would just kind of sort things out, and they would help me do things that in the other area they didn't always have time for because, you know, not all the students went at the same time to bed. And I got a lot more out of it. Like, it's nothing against the staff in the first area. I mean, they're all lovely and, you know, they're all good at the jobs. It's just how I felt and what I experienced. And again, I do try and kind of face things head on, get through it, deal with it the best I can. And I did. I had a whale of a time. My only thing is, before I started, I was given this booklet of all these courses like MVQ, City and Girls, and in my last term before I left, they have like a leavers presentation day. And, you know, family and loved ones would come. I need to get certificates for what you've done. And I remember me and my friend had this conversation after we got our certificate. We looked at it, you know, we were really grateful, you know, and we thanked them and everything, and we were really happy. And then we looked at the certificate one night, and we were like, oh, okay. So where's all the proof that we've, like, MVQs and City and Girls? This certificate didn't really mean anything. And this is what I feel like a lot of special needs schools and colleges let people down for the more able students. At my 2 local special needs schools, they do ASDAN, AQA, and Duke of Edinburgh Award. But at this college, they didn't even do them. And me and my friend both felt a bit let down, actually. Because we were doing, in my last year, we had a business guy coming in once every now and then, and we'd do like file keeping and all this office work, but we didn't get anything for it. No awards for it. And I actually kind of focused my attention on the newsletter. And again, nothing to award for the hard work. Because I knew there were qualifications out there, I say NVQ, City and Guilds, for nothing. Which I think they should have done, because we were more than capable of that. In our group, we were more than capable of doing NVQs and City and Guilds at least. But on the flip side of that, I did get to go to a local college, and I redid make GCSE English, and I did amazing. I got help at my college I was at, because there was staff there 24/7, I was able to ask for help. I actually had a really good teacher who used to be an English teacher. who actually taught me English teacher at this other college. And he explained it in ways that I'll never forget. So that was brilliant. That kind of got my confidence up a bit. And I did an open access college course in media studies because at the time I wanted to do journalism because I didn't know what was going to happen in my health, how things were going to pan out after I left. So yeah, there was something, you know, I mean, it wasn't all that hard work for nothing, so I'm grateful for them. It was the experience at this college. I've met people that I'll be friends with forever. I'm so thankful for everything that they did for me, looked after me. They bathed me, fed me, and they taught me a lot about myself, about other people, you know, patience. They taught me about having a personal assistant, which was really valuable because I get diet payments now. I have done since I was 19, 20. It hasn't always been plain sailing. That's another subject, another topic for another day. So, when you think of it that way, it's more about personal development. But when people ask me, oh, what did you do? I get a bit stuck. I'm like, nothing that's really worthwhile that means anything to anybody else. But they got my confidence up. I was able to be a learning support in some of the subjects, but the students that were in the group below us, they were really good. I got to look at lesson plans and I was respected doing that. I got to be creative, got to do filming and editing, which kind of led me on to media studies a bit more with filming and, you know, my videoing. I got a lot out of that. I got to do a live performance in one of my sessions, citizenship, which I absolutely loved. Crazy at times, but I remember it with a big smile on my face. And when I think of this college, I do have the biggest smile on my face because I lived that and I loved it. Yeah, in some ways it did let me down, but I'll never have that kind of experience ever again. I'll never get to meet any of the people ever again anywhere else. It's a really special place, and it was like a family, and I'm glad that I got to go there. Then, after 3 years there, I enrolled into my local sixth form college, which meant that I went back to mainstream. And that, going from mainstream to special needs back to mainstream, it just blew your mind a little bit. Because the level of work, you know, because I'd done GCSEs and then back to GCSE and A-levels. And the first year was trial and tribulations. It was a difficult year the first year. But it meant it taught the college what I needed, what I personally felt I needed. But in the second year and onwards, I really did well. I did 2 GCSEs, so on top of ones at school. Then I did 4 A-levels in numeracy, which I got distinction, which shows from being at my special needs college and then to this mainstream college, both of them taught me confidence to speak up and give me the confidence to have faith in myself again. Doing numeracy after what I experienced at school, I was pretty amazed at myself. I was proud of myself that I got a distinction. No, I did law, I did media studies, I did English language, I did general studies. I love learning. I've always have done. And I think when you don't really understand it very well and you can't keep up with what's being written on the board, it really does have an effect on you in more ways than you can imagine. Nominated for an Excellence in Cumbria Award, which was the Chairman's Award, which was a new category. They never had anybody like me before. It was to celebrate me overcoming any hurdles and barriers within further education. And we had a big ceremony and a big local hotel. Actually, I think it's the same hotel that I had my tribunal at for school. It's kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of like full circle. Because look how far I've come along. You know, my experiences from school, my experiences from both colleges. And I'm celebrating what I can do, what I've done, what I'm doing. Again, I got into my local newspaper. I got to meet newsreaders, which is really cool at the time because obviously I wanted to be a journalist at the time. But yeah, I had one-to-one in normal lessons. I had one-to-one outside of lessons. If I wasn't feeling so good, then it wasn't a big deal. You know, they'd either send me home or just tell me to stay in the social area and just have rest. I mean, they were so accommodating, like school was, which I felt one of the things I didn't feel like at my special needs college. We were all treated the same. Like saying, because I got really tired easily, I felt like I couldn't say, look, I really need to go to the room, chill out and rest. I felt like I was expected to get up, go to lessons, go to evening lessons. And then I didn't sleep very well at night because of noise, fire alarms going off. I really struggled to sleep sometimes. And if I'm being injured and being in hospital, even less sleep. And I was expected to get up the next morning and go to lessons. Obviously, when I was ill, I stayed in bed and they brought me toast and juice. And they looked after me. But I feel like maybe I should have advocated myself a bit more than I did, even though I did try. But like I say, in my last year, I mean, all the staff were brilliant. But particularly in my last year, they kind of understood my needs a bit more. And they kind of stood up for me a bit more. I wasn't pushed to the back kind of thing. But that's how it felt. It might not feel like that to them. Because they cared about me and they enjoyed my presence and stuff. You know, they knew that I was a popular student amongst staff and students in all areas. Maybe not every. That makes me sound a bit, I'm this and I'm that. And I'm not. It's good and bad with mainstream and special needs education. Funding is a big factor. It's probably the biggest factor. Make sure that you have everything that you need for that student. You know, whether it's equipment or one-to-one time with a member of staff. And having more choices of what you're learning in special needs because obviously not every student's going to be able to manage to do GCSEs and A-levels and things like that. But there will be students like myself and other students who are more than capable of doing some qualifications and certificates more than has done. I think that's what's lacking in special needs. I even got offered places at 2 universities. The first one I ended up having to defer because there wasn't enough funding for my care and support needs. So that kind of, it's a whole different story. And then the second one, they dropped the course and didn't let me know. I had to chase them. Very bad. Very bad. I'm signing. Very bad. That's what I learned at my special needs college. Sign language and I really picked up really well. I struggle now because my hand and in pain. I found me at the college. Every experience has brought me to who I am now. I like to think I'm kind, I'm patient, I'm understanding, I'm empathetic. I know that everybody has different needs and everybody tries the best. Because we all try our best, whether you're staff or a student. I think it's important for a child to have a say, whether it's what school they go to or what college they go to. They should have a chance at being able to do qualifications if they're capable, which a lot of disabled people are. I have lots of fond memories from school, colleges. I've met lots of wonderful people from all walks of life who I got to be an editor of a newsletter that was distributed all around the country. And I was at Special Needs College. Got to sign language, I loved that. Honestly, I am so thankful for everything that I've been through. Even when it was hard, I got through it with a smile on my face. And I came out thinking I did the best that I could, and so did they, meaning the staff and students. You know, speak out, look at different schools and colleges, and what fits best for you or your child. You know, whether you as in when you're a school leaver and you go to college. Find out as much as you can, visit as many times as you can, talk to social workers, talk to the teachers if you're struggling or if your child's struggling. I'm going to end it there. I think I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. Everything that I've said is not against anybody in particular. Like I said, I'm thankful. I'm glad that I got to meet the people I met, like the people that I've spoken about, especially Miss Sour Lady at senior school. Thank you. I'm so glad that I'm making you proud of what I'm doing, my awareness work. And yeah, I'm just so grateful that you were there at school looking after me. And number 2 boy, I'm sure he'll be very thankful too. Neither was would have chosen anybody else. I'm gonna try not to cry. Thank you for watching this video. If you've liked it, if I've given you any insight into how you could do things differently, if I've given you the confidence to speak up and get what you need, and just be grateful for what you go through. Everything's a learning curve. Everything is an experience. Yeah, please share. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. As always. And I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Bye. Bye.